You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty. Only on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
They say the sun but I hear some people get never shining at all. These roads of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you called me a liar. Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long, and I'm hoping that you sing my song, my song. I've been on this road for way too long. I've been hoping that we all get along. These roads of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I loved you, you called me a liar. Give God the thanks and praises. I've been on my own, but we ain't never left alone, And if I'm telling you,
you got it logged and loaded to the Wednesday, September 18th edition of Talking Heads. Your boy Naughty and your company right up until 5 p.m. Probably gonna take you the rest of the way at 5. Previously booked. You know what I'm saying? I got to make that funny money. You know how that goes. You got the money, I got the funny. All right, so I will have to depart. After the first hour, but Pearlie will take you the rest of the way in the 5 o'clock hour, so you'll talk sports with the Pearl this afternoon. But happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Hope you had a good day so far. I know it's a little wet on the outside, but we're going to try to keep that ride home for you, maintain you, sustain you, and definitely entertain you. It's Open Line Wednesday, and we got lots to talk about. But first and foremost, we got to get the proper things out of the way. Got to pick up the sponsors. Couldn't do it without them. You know who I'm talking about. Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, the Cleveland Clinic, Eddie Minnis Live, ESC Distributors Limited, Fight for Paradise, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild Comedy Club, KFC, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's Island Games, Printmasters, and Tropical Gyros. And I like to keep you in the know, get you where you want to go. A little FYI for you. Don't forget, if you have a Japanese import vehicle and no longer are able to listen to radio news, talk, and music content on Guardian Radio, then you got to get in touch with the Hit Spot. They're offering a great $79.99 special, VAT included. That includes your band, extender equipment, and installation during the month of September only. So you definitely want to check them out. Japanese import vehicle is giving you, your radios on the blink. You got to hit up the Hit Spot, all right? And mention this ad for a discount for the discounted rate, okay? So you mention this ad, you mention it on Guardian Radio, Talking Heads. They're going to hook you up with that $79.99 special, VAT included. That includes the band, extender equipment, and installation during the month of September only at the Hit Spot. So be sure to check them out, especially if your radio's on kaputs in that Japanese import vehicle of yours. Get it? Got it? Good. All right. Now, we got lots to talk about today, like I told you. It is Wednesday. It's Open Line Wednesday, and if you want to chime in, here's how.
Here's how you can become a talking head. Brought to you by BTC.
Text lines powered by BTC, 422-GR96. That's 422-4796. Phone lines open in New Providence, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4259. Toll free in any one of the Family Islands, 242-300, 5720, 242-300, 5720. BTC Flow Channel 612, Cable Channel 969. And, of course, you can stream us live, take us wherever you want to go, GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's GuardianTalkRadio.com. That's how you get it in. That's how you get it on for fresh news, smart talk all day, right here on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. And, of course, if we're going to chop it up today on Open Lines, we got to look at the headlines.
It's time for Headliners. Everything that's making headlines in the 242. Brought to you by the Fine Threads.
Here's what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian News and Views that matter since 1844, all brought to you, of course, by Fine Threads. Be sure to check them out online, Fine Thread Line, then arrange for pickup at any one of those convenient Fine Thread locations. The Top of Hill Mackey Street, the flagship store, and the Southwest Shopping Plaza location. Both of those great stores available for you Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right, let's see what's blazing up the pages of the Nassau Guardian. BPL managers worry over future. Union left confused by minister. Story by Candia Dames, executive editor. Executives of the Bahamas Electrical Utility Managerial Union, BEUMU, said yesterday they've been left confused by answers provided to them by Minister of Energy, Transport, and JoBeth Colby Davis regarding the future employment of union members, declaring that workers are still out in the cold as the government drives ahead with critical changes to the structure of Bahamas Power and Light. I'll read more on that. Petroleum retailers call off protests, started by Tanika Thompson. Well, obviously, they got what they had been lobbying for over a year. So obviously, the protest is called off. But now, is the government going to follow through and deliver, or was that just the pie-in-the-sky promise? You know, this is what we're going to give you. You want this what you want? This, okay, boom. Don't protest. But now, is it done? Is it etched in stone? When will we see the results? And listen, I'm happy for the retailers because they've been at it a while. 25-cent increase on gas, 15-cent increase on diesel. And I'm glad the PM feels that the country is in such a great place that we can afford it at the pumps. I mean, you look at the pumps today, $5.45 Rubis, $5.35 Esso, $5.60 Shell. Come on, you know we're going to feel that at some point. And that gas ain't cheap right there. I don't know who got people fooled thinking that's cheap or good prices. Now, that's expensive. JCNP defends decision to place Wave 4 category. Story by Rachel Scott. Amid an intensifying dispute between two factions of the Valley Boys, the Junkanoo Corporation of New Providence, JCNP, yesterday stood by its decision to place the Way Forward Valley Boys, which broke off from the Valley Boys, in the F category. As has been the case during every previous Boxing Day and New Year's Day Junkanoo Parade in New Providence in recent memory, there will be only one Junkanoo group allowed to participate as the Valley Boys, under the leadership of Mr. Brian Adderley in Group Division A, the JCNP said. The JCNP has received and accepted a complaint, Junkanoo Parade registration application from the Valley Boys under the leadership of Mr. Brian Adderley has been historically constituted and recognized to participate in Group Division A. Sorry, compliant. I misread that. That was a typo. My fault. All right, so that's what the JPN is siding with. Okay? So now, if the F category is not palatable to the Way Forward, I suggest you back out and seek legal recourse and come back when you do have a Way Forward to get on Bay and be in the A category. I would just say give up on the name. Change the name. And I think your problem may be solved. I think the fight is over the name more than anything else. Or as MJ would say, trying to quiet title the name. Pindod, government's performance has been lackluster. Describing the last 3 years of the governance under the PLP as lackluster, F&M leader Michael Pinto is prepared to take the Bahamas into a new chapter, promising focused and serious governance. So there you go. That's just the first page of the Guardian. So we got all of that to talk about. And so much more when you crack it open, because you got some other headlines too popping out. So definitely chime on in. All right? We're going to open up the lines. We're going to have the convo, because it's Wednesday. And you know it's open line Wednesday. Let me check the text lines real quick. Yes, I am serious, texter. You got to talk sports with that Dolphin. You and the Dolphin and Dodger solo. You know, you and Double D, Dodger Dolphin. Great show, Naughty, as usual. I appreciate that, texter. If the New Valley is going in the F category, why even compete? Naughty, if people don't have a problem with the new gas prices, then or which will become new gas prices, let's suggest carpooling. But I live far though. Something gotta happen. Okay. All right, let me read the text and then let me answer the text. Naughty, how can you be happy? The gas retailer just took money out of your pocket. You drive an electric car, right? Well, actually, I do. Whole 0.25 cents per gallon. Personally, I'm pissed off because the next thing you know, the bus drivers and taxi drivers want an increase as a result of the increase. Listen, I don't think it's too much to ask for the retailers to make a living. And we've talked about it on the show, so I'm not going to be a hypocrite. They do need to make some sort of a living. To pay the pump attendants, so on and so forth, to run it as a business and make some sort of profit at the end of the day. I express, I'm happy that they got some bump. They've been out in the cold for a long time. They've been lobbying for a while. But in the next breath, I also said, we gonna feel it. So, it's nothing good about $5.45 at Rubis, $5.35 at Esther, and $5.60 at Shell. But if we're gonna keep it 100, people are in it at the end of the day to make some sort of profit. We need gas. We do. But what you should keep an eye on is not the retailers getting that little bump. Look at the major providers now saying they want an increase in their margins. That's when we really can feel it. But I get it. Everybody else is going to say everything is going to get bumped up. Maybe if this administration didn't just absolutely desecrate the hedge fund that was in place, we might have still been getting gas at a decent price. And they could have got their little bump in their margin and we wouldn't have felt it so much on the pump. But at the end of the day, I get the plight of the retailers, the gas retailers, and I get the plight of the people at the pump. But in response to, do I drive an electric car? Yes, I do. Maybe you should think about getting one too, if gas is going to freak you out. Naughty, I'm happy for the gas stations dealer, but I'd be happier if the government take the 25-cent blow and, at the very least, the 15-cent one. Well, there you have it. Only that. Naughty, if the gas go up, then the BPL light will go up. That was going up. You know that was going up. It's supposed to be going down, but it's going up. Naughty, everyone was lobbying for an increase, but how do we know they need an increase when they don't have audited reports to show the public or the government? They could be struggling because of mismanagement of their own business. Maybe if we had a Freedom of Information Act, we could get that info out, so we'd really know. That's a good question. Everybody who's lobbying, we need the proof. We sure do. I think that starts with a proper Freedom of Information Act. Wow, let's go to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Howdy, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's happening, my brother?
All is well, all is well. You don't see the strategy was being used by this administration, whereas
what, smoke and mirrors? Distractions?
Yeah, man. Oh, tracking on horror and all this type of stuff. They say they do whatever they do in the last 3 years, right? And then trying to compare that with the previous administration. When the previous administration only had like a year and a half to do anything. You understand that because of the pandemic and hurricane. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just ingenuous, man. It's like they believe behaving people stupid. You understand? In regard to the situation with the fuel as well. That government could absorb that, They could have lowered whatever import taxes or whatever they give these fuel person. You understand? That had to come on the back of the behaving people. But I in the maritime industry, and I know why he go on to rush out and do it. You understand? Pinta is absolutely correct. You get all those Marines, all those mariners and yacht people and stuff like that. That's tourism now. You're affecting, You're affecting the behavior.
Correct. And you talk to the marina owners right now. You talk to the marina owners right now that they're not too happy.
Exactly. So when it comes to Bahamian people, they don't care about us. They want to affect in another entity like the tourism product. Trust me, they step up their game and do whatever it takes to protect that golden egg.
But we can't keep going all buck up go. We got to get some sort of vision and some sort of plan, man.
But they don't have no vision. They don't have no plan.
Yeah, but
we already know this.
We got to call for it as voters now, though. We got to make that a requirement. Do you have a vision? Do you have a plan?
The only reason they there is because the people just didn't like ministers. You understand?
I can't argue that.
You understand? That's why they didn't take off running. They said they had a 5-point plan or whatever. They didn't do nothing in regards to what they tell the people they want to do when they
Well, governments are like the NFL, man. You hire a coach to a 4-year contract, and when he just steps in there, when he's got, I got a 4-year plan. You give him a 5-year contract, I got a 5-year plan. Well, if you got 5 years, we got a 5-year plan, and let's see how it play out.
And we don't fight for nothing. We don't get angry. We don't do nothing, so I don't blame them either. I blame us. You understand?
We are the conch. We got to stop being the conch.
We like being conks, man. We like being stupid people.
We need to stop.
God, naughty.
All right, my brother. Be safe, eh?
All right.
Let's get to the next line. Talking Heads.
Hey, good day, Naughty. How are you, man?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, and to your guest. Listen, 2 points, man. All right. Listen, I bought a gallon gas can last week at the gas station, right?
Uh-huh.
The gas can cost me $32 for a gallon can. And then I went to the pump and asked them to fill the can. A can was in top off, right? So if gas is $5.30 and $5.50, how does it cost $6.95 to fill a gas can? So that means when they get this 25-cent increase now, that means we could be paying $8 for gas in a gallon can.
Well, right now, as we speak, it's $5.45 at Rubis, $5.35 at Esso, and $5.60 at Shell. If you want to say that that it comes up to $6 something, maybe they put VAT on that. You know what I mean? That might give it a little bump. But I get you.
That is what brings it up.
And then the 25 cent and the 15 cent, in the long run, you'll see a bumpage there too, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right. Second point. All right. The gentleman, your last caller. All right. He's talking about, I believe they do believe Bahamian people are stupid, because I can tell you that pandemic was not about a certain class of people, That was about locking down the poor people, taking from the poor people and everything. When the Bahamas got locked down, you had a certain class of people partying every night, traveling like traveling wasn't nothing. They were bringing in dead dogs to have funeral and all that type of stuff. Only a certain class of people suffered during that pandemic, because that's what it was all about. It was all about putting their foot on us, all about taking more from us. It was all about locking us down. But I can tell you, that pandemic didn't lock down a certain class of people, all right? They was partying and having fun and traveling like, everything was normal, all right? So tell them, we ain't no conks, and we do understand what it was all about, okay? And Pentad was right there having them parties and stuff, going to them parties and all like that.
I think everybody on the political scene, both sides back then was partying it up.
That's my point, So no, we're not conks.
Because at the end of the day, there's still been too long in this country, from all political sides. For me and rules for thee.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, my brother. Let's get to the next call. Talking Heads.
We don't hate you. You're naughty by nature.
What's going on, GNN? Long time. You good?
I did, man. I Rex. I am a valley boy. I was clear to put little clearance on this thing, naughty. In my 61 years as a junkanua, from a little boy 8 years old, this sort of thing has never, ever happened in the history of our sport. You understand me? Where a group of Bahamians want to participate in a free cultural event. See, this Junkanoo thing, these boys who talking about they're autonomous, they don't understand the meaning of that. Autonomous means you can self-govern yourself. But that don't mean once you get a license from the state, that means you're allowed to operate outside of the gambit of the state laws. See, they don't understand that. But never in the history have I, a Bahamian, been locked out of my junk canoe, which belongs to each and every Bahamian and visitor alike. Yeah, you might have put a prize money on it with your little private company, but junk canoe is free for all. You understand me now?
But let me ask you.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I ain't feel sorry for the JCNP as to what can happen, you know. I ain't feel sorry for them because they break and violate a lot of our laws as card-carrying Bahamians. We entitled no Bahamian should be able to do in this country, according to the Constitution, what another Bahamian can do. They so slow they can't see that. But guess what? When we put them in Supreme Court, I didn't say pain, suffering, everything, deprivation, you could name. The way forward could have gone in that parade. We could have won, if not all, most of the capital prize monies. When we put them in Supreme Court, we could take them for everything they got and what they ain't got. You hear me? Because what they doing is wrong. Junk canoe is free in this country. It is free. And you can't let nobody rush for money, and you can tell me, a Bahamian, I can't rush for that same money that you tag on to the prize. These boys in the JCNP, they lawyer, I disappointed with him if he allowing them to run on without foolishness. Now, one more thing, Noddy. Let me clarify, Bahamian people don't listen. Bahamian people too emotional. We get too emotional. They talk about New Valley boys. I told you all before. Brian and Cisco, them as little children, when people like me, 76, and Ed Barkley, them 66, come in the Valley boys. Brian, them come in the late 80s and the 90s. Would lead in that group over there. There are three living architects of the Valley Boys still alive. 3. Like how the architects of the PLP.
Right.
I will tell you who they are. Perry Gladson Christie, George Wilson, a.k.a. Galah, the first drummer the Valley Boys ever had.
Galah, for real.
Galah, the 6 drummers, and Rusi Cadet. And you know who those 3 fellas are?
Hold on, what about Sparky?
Sparky come late too. Sparky is the baby. But associated with Trevor Davis and the way forward. Those are the last 3 living architects of the Valley Boys. So tell the Bahamian people, get their history and know what they're saying. And all we was asking for was Brian, that Gestapo regime, to have an election. You'll stop getting emotional.
I get the point of having an election and seeing the books and all of that. I get that. The way forward makes a lot of sense with what they're asking for. My thing is, Ghetto News Network, just, you couldn't have picked a different name?
Naughty,
and kill all the back and forth?
I am a Valley boy. If you and your wife having a problem and you call her to the table and y'all reach an impasse or something, what you can do, throw out those with the children and tell her change her name? It don't go like that. We never said we wanted to break off. We wanted Brian them to come to the table. But the Bahamian people hate to accept the fact that Christie tried 3 times. He got case out and the phone hang up on him. He went physically. He had to run out of the meeting with Brian them. Physically, we done try more than 15 times to get these niggas, to get them fellas to come to the table. But you know why they wouldn't come? Friends, family, lovers, benefits.
Homies, cronies, and friends. Ah, boy. We got to get to the break, GNM. A good day out from you, man.
Yeah, man.
All right? Hope to talk to you soon, but good points as always. All right, callers, other taxes, I see you. I get you. On the flip side of the break, we'll open up the lines. The buzz from John Shoes is coming up. And like I said, it is Wednesday. It is Hump Day. And the Wednesday, September 18th edition of Talking Heads continues right after this. When we go into the break, it's wet on the outside. So I dug in the crates today. As you all proceed out there, remember it's raining. Remember there's puddles on the road. All right? And I let Orange Juice Jones take care of the rest. You remember this classic, right? The Rain. Let's go.
We were holding hands and I'll never be the same. Tossing and turning, another sleepless night. The rain crashes against my window pane. Jumped into my car, didn't drive too far. That moment I knew I would never be the same. I saw you and him and walking in the rain. You were holding
the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Imagine getting full flavor without your wallet judging you. We're taking value to a newer, crunchier level with our new KFC Snack Box. Packed with one piece of juicy fried chicken, crispy fries, and a buttery biscuit, all for just $5.35. Take a break and snack delicious, affordable KFC Snack Box. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just take a new base, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
When you jump in your Japanese import and you turn the radio on, all you hear is For the month of September, the Hit Spot will install a band extender in your Japanese import for the discounted rate of only $79.99, VAT included. Get your band expander installed today at the Hit Spot and listen to
Star 106.5.
Plus, get fresh news and smart talk on
Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Hi, I'm Dr. Gregory Pinto. Join me every Wednesday for The Urologist Speaks, a brand new talk show here on Guardian Radio. Each week, my co-host Julian Reed and I will be discussing an array of health topics related to men, women, and children, such as men always being able to rise again and women regaining control of their bladder, and many, many more. The Urologist Speaks, Wednesdays from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. here on Guardian Radio 96.9.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM.
It's time for the buzz. What are you buzzing on? Brought to you by John's Shoes.
They say the sun and a shiny world, but I hear some people world get never shining at all. These rows of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you call me a liar. Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long, and I'm hoping that you sing my song. I've been on this road for way too long. I've been hoping that we all get along. These roads of flames are catching a fire. Showed you I love you, you called me a liar. Give God the thanks and praises. I've been on my
We're back at you on the Wednesday, September 18th edition of Talking Heads. Call out coming to you right now. Let me check the text lines. Good afternoon, Naughty. The gas retailers get a 25-cent profit increase, not 25 cents increase on gas per gallon. How it works is the government gets a majority of the profit margin. The gas station holders has a profit margin, but the government would get more of the profit per gallon. So the gas station owner gets less of a profit margin. So all the government did is give them a 25-cent profit increase. Thank you for the breakdown, Texter. But if I know my people, in one way, shape, or form, somehow, it can end up on us at some point. Naughty, did you see where Sir Franklin said that the wholesalers want their increase too? I mentioned it earlier, yeah. Yeah. Let me get to this next text. Naughty, great show as usual. If an election was called today, who would win? Well, you all could answer me that on Friday when we open up the lines again. I want to know what y'all got to say to that. I'm very interested. Naughty, government doesn't have a plan. They have concepts of a... Good one, Dexter. Good one. Good one. Good one. Concepts. They've been hanging out with Trump, eh? Okay. Naughty, everyone was... Naughty, I just connected the dots. It was a push for tourism and the marina operators. I wonder why they moved so fast. This government only moved for tourists and Life at Key second homeowners. Wow. I wouldn't just say Life at Key now. I mean, you got other places too, so you can't just be Life at Key anymore. Naughty, does GNN realize that when he states that the way forward Valley will take them for everything they get, he's talking about an agency funded by the government? It's VTOX dollars. Oh, let's get to the phone lines. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Skilla?
Everything good. Listen, I's a diehard Saxon, right?
I know.
But I am a Junkanoo too.
Right.
I disagree with the JCN. Let me tell you why I said that, Naughty. The group, when they had the meeting, right, with the minister, when they had the meeting with the minister and all of the other stakeholders, along with the JCN and all them other people, that meeting was to either get them fellas together, find a way to get them fellas together. Now, what happened in the meeting was, right, the fellas would say they this is the Tingham Wally boys. What they name? What they say?
The Way Forward?
No, not the Way Forward. The other one.
The World Famous?
Right. Now, them, right? They supposed to do an election to vote for who they want the chairman to be. But the fellow who is the chairman, right? Who is the chairman now? He don't want to give up the post. So this was from last year. This thing just ain't started going on. So what the way, right? They went to the Registrar General and paid their Tingham as the Wally Boys. Now, the JCN, they supposed to get their Tingham together in April. April, everybody sign on to the JCN as a Junkanoo group going on Bay Street, right? Now, watch this. The fella, Brian Tingham, went in February. And my man gave him the JCN fella, Dion, who was a Saxon. He went and gave my man, sign up my man them when he ain't supposed to do that. He's supposed to wait until April. Now in April, when the Way Forward gone, they tell them no, they can't sign as Wally Boys. See, and that's
well, then that's why at this stage of the game, Skilla, at this stage, it's too much bugger, raga, ray. Right. They need to now let it go to the courts, let it all come out, and let's find out what the deal is.
Yeah, I think they get in the court on that.
All right.
Like they get in the court on it. But I just saying that to see, man, they need to just let these fellas rush, man, instead of having all this drama.
Yeah, that's what's taking it away, because at the end of the day, you got fans of Junkanoo that just like go out there and enjoy it and want to see everybody.
That's what do the Junkanoo. Man, the government that give them the $30,000. So let the fellas them go have fun. Ain't like you losing, you winning. That organization, JCN. So why they gonna stop that? Like my man was saying earlier, man, it's a Junkanoo thing. You can't stop it to be him and them know all their life. Anyhow.
All right, Skilla, let me get to these other calls. Good stuff, man, as always. Don't forget our birthday cake on Friday, too. Happy birthday again. Talking Heads.
Naughty. I Skilla, that's my boy, Saxon. But I think Skilla was agreeing with me because he was saying everything what I say. You can't disagree with GNN. When we had the meeting, and Brian refused. In the meeting, that's what caused that meeting ain't going. Brian refused. We had the meeting with the minister. We've been extending olive branches from 2 years ago from we had the first meeting by Joe Blackshack, and then upstairs in the hotel, I tell you, this man, Curtis out Perry Christie, one of the architects of the Valley Boys. That's all we was trying. We didn't ever say we didn't want to break off. So I think Skiller was agreeing with me. You understand?
Yeah, but you made your point earlier that you all don't want to break off. You all just want to, y'all want to see the books and y'all want your election and so on and so forth. Yeah.
And let me tell you what happened the first time when we was putting some pressure on Brian 2 years ago. He agreed. Okay, we got election in March because we didn't want to disrupt the group going to Bay Street from last year and 2 years ago. So we quieted down. When March came for the second year, Brian duck out. Brian find all the excuse why he couldn't have the election.
All I can say is, GNN, I hear you, and I got to get to these other calls, but I can be honest with you. You never hear the Saxon carrying on like this, You never see the Caxton carrying on like a bunch of little guys fighting and roddy, ray, and I just want to let you know that. I think the spirit of Macaroni Gilcott in my studio, he best put out in my head to say.
Well, hold on. Sometimes you got some girls with grandparents with us be leading these organizations.
Well, anyway, that's a different story for another day. See you, Glenn Bay, of course. I go on. See you later. Let's get this other call in. Talking Heads.
Norty, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm okay. This is going to be one interesting chunk canoe this year.
My God, it turned into the WWE.
The ticket is going to be very high this year.
10,000 for a ticket downtown.
Go buy the ticket early. This is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
The way forward, don't need to worry, Norty, because they don't win. What you say?
Listen, me, I'm a fan of Junkanoo. You know me. I like to talk and get off, but I just a big fan watching everybody, and then at the end of the day, going for breakfast in the morning.
Oh, Lord, they ain't got to rush the day category. They done win. Put them in.
Oh, you mean the F category? Man, I went over for God's sake, for Jesus' sake, that over. If you're in the F category, don't go in there no more.
Pardon me? They ain't got no more?
I say, if they in the F category, don't bother. Nobody else bother. Go that over. That's finished. Cheaper you join the STING, somebody put this thing on me and go in between or something.
Oh, Lord. Like I said, Norty, the worst thing the government could have done is give them split that seat money. They should have sent them to election. And if they wanted to rush on Bay Street.
Or,
that would have been
if it's going to go this route, get another name, go Splitsville and go, boy, go. Do your thing.
Oh, boy. Can't wait. Okay.
All right. Good stuff. Talk to you later now. All right. Let me get to these text lines. Naughty, how are you? Did you get the photo of that disabled parking that I sent you? Yes, my producer got it. And yes, it's in the cache. I'm going to do something with that. I appreciate you. If you get more, send it right to my producer. You know how to do it, and we'll make it happen. How could people say only one class of people were locked down? If they didn't handle the pandemic the way they did, I mean the FNM, we would have many more deaths. Thank God the PLP was not in power. Half of the population would have been dead. Ouch. Naughty, the other faction should go and register with a new name. I wants to be leader. This turned into a soap opera. Maybe that's what we should do. Call it the young and the rushless. Yeah. Or the old and the rushless. There you go. Anyhow, let's get these other calls in. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty.
How are you?
Right here. I am trying to figure out what's so difficult for the way forward to just, to quash this and change the name. You understand?
Boy, I mean, we talked about it last Friday. Me, you, and MJ, I remember having the same conversation. It just was the crook. I mean, if it's such a big deal, change the name and do what you got to do.
That's what I don't understand, because we, most people who knows Valley, it is, yes, synonymous with certain names, but the world famous Valley Boys.
You don't think after all this hullabaloo, if they changed the name, people wouldn't even know, would already know already? Yeah, well, that's the faction, break off, that's the way forward crew, whatever. They would know. They've already got the notoriety. They've already got the word out there. People know. Exactly. You know what I mean? They got traction.
80% of the people. So, I mean, you fighting the people down because they don't want to get in line. Let them be. You give yourself blood pressure.
Come up with a new name and come out with blood in your eye and ready to beat everything and move on Bay Street. That's all.
Exactly. That's all. Just get a new name. That's why I've said it before. Get a new name and then show them who's boss.
There you go.
John Canoe go. John Canoe is like wrestling. come out on stage with all your gloves on
and do what you
bring
gotta
your
do.
ladder too.
And leave your glitter home, though, because I don't think glitter should be in Jungle. But anyway, that's a different story for another day. Good stuff as always. Let me get these other calls. Talking Heads.
Hey, Naughty, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Everything good. Yeah, I agree with the lady, man. I mean, if you leave an organization, you shouldn't want to carry the name with you.
Correct.
You know, you should have already planned to have your own name, your own branding and everything. You know what I'm saying? Why they want to carry the name?
I mean, the name is very marketable, so you might want to look at that as well, too.
Yeah, but I mean, you big enough to leave a group, so you should be big enough to get your own branding, your own name. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, it will spring up, and eventually it will be notarized and everything. But come on, don't want to carry the name. Come on now, that just doesn't make any sense. And I mean, if this group is gonna not gonna be allowed to rush in the A category, why were they given the $30,000?
A lot of questions that I asked, my brother.
That's going to open up a whole new can of worms because everyone's going to want it.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? Everyone's going to want it. All right, Naughty.
Good stuff, man. Be safe. Purdy coming up in the 5 o'clock. Y'all can talk about the Dolphins then. All right, Naughty, this lady done call every show with the same thing about changing the name. But if Anton could call every show today, why can't she? Anyway, listen. You all texted and said, play some more Rain music. I got one for you as I get out the door. Now, as you know, I got to go entertain. I got to go make some people laugh. Got a corporate function to go deal with. But Pearly's going to take good care of you in the 5 o'clock hour, talking sports all the way through. All right? Everybody who texted in, called in, good stuff. I'm going to leave you all with Carl Thomas. Y'all remember this one? Summer Rain. What y'all know about that, man? I'll see you on Friday. Me and MJ will be in on Friday. Purdy will hold you down tomorrow and he'll hold you down in the 5 o'clock hour. All right? Be good, Bahamas. And if you can't be good at it. Keep it right where you got it. Talking Heads continues right after this.
So warm, sweet rain, whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. My rain, sometimes I swear I hear her call my name. I swear, my summer rain. In the middle of the night when I'm alone. I feel her kisses on me, even when she's gone. Can't wait till she gets home. Hey. Whispers me to sleep and wakes me up again. Sometimes I swear I hear her call my name. My name, my my name, yeah, yeah, yeah. Summer rain. So baby, will you be my summer rain? So baby, will you be my summer rain? Oh, be my summer rain, yeah, yeah. So baby, will you be my summer rain? I need you to make it rain. To do it for me one time. To make it rain. My pain. It feels so very good, yeah.
You try to rest, roll with the best. For all your printing needs, there ain't no one better, no. For posters and banners, magazines and flyers. For window decals, greeting cards and newsletters. No job too big and there's no job too small. You name it, we can print it, just give us a call. Let Print Masters bring your masterpiece to life.
Located in the Nassau Guardian Building, telephone 302-2361.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means specialists, means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
KFC Bucket Meals, now with large sides. Make your wallet happier with a KFC Family Bucket featuring 8 pieces of juicy chicken, family fries, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4. A KFC Deluxe Bucket with 10 pieces of delicious chicken, 2 larger sides, and 4 biscuits that feeds 4 to 6. Or a KFC Party Bucket with 15 pieces of our chicken, 3 larger sides, and 6 biscuits that feeds 6. And we'll handle the dishes, plates and utensils included, so you can lick your fingers in peace. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances, so come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Bahamas, are you ready? Keep the vibe alive. Music Group, along with Alpha Sounds, presents the best of the best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded. This is the biggest one-day all-Bahamian concert of the year. Featuring KB, D-Mac, Abby, Mama D, Fan Sean, Shine 242, The Falcon, and more. Mark your calendars. It's going down November the 2nd at Super Club Races Ground. Tickets now available at BahamasEtickets.com or both Beauty Shack locations. General admission $60. VIP, Skybox, and Skypods also available. For more info, call 394-0819 or email keepthevibealive242@gmail. Magic once again with more legends for one night only. Come party with us November 2nd at Best of the Best. Rake and Scrape Explosion Reloaded.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what.
Feeling lucky? Here's Cuban Willie's numerology report. Brought to you by the Island Game.
Wepa, soy Joe Cuban William. Today is Wednesday, is the home day, pero mira, I got the lucky 3 ball, the 3 pelotas for Joe. That's right, the lucky 3 ball in my numerology report brought to you, of course, by the Island Game. Here's your lucky 3 ball for today. 275. That's your 3 ball for today. Play it and win with the Island Games. Stay winning, my friends.
Play with Island Games. We making dreams come true. Play with Island Games. We paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market. You getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first. Guaranteed to pay. Island Games. We like them other jokers. We've been here from the start. From the bike to computer. Island Games. We gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
They say the sun and I shine for all, but they were, you never shine at all. fire. Showed you I love you, you called me a liar. Oh no, 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 no. Baby, tell me where you gone, gone, gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can trace God in the moonlight.
Good afternoon, everybody, and how we're doing today. Welcome to Talking Heads Thursday, Sports Edition. It's Pearly in the house. So you got to work with me today, people. We're doing this thing remotely, so if I ain't there, don't be mad. If something go wrong, just work with me today, but we can get right into it. It's good to be here today. It's a wet road today now, so be careful on those roads. Be careful how you drive. Watch out for your fellow drivers, and please stay safe because we're going to talk some sports. And let's get right into it. Today in sports history. Today is Wednesday, September 18th, 2024. And today in sports history, in 1915, the first asphalt-covered automobile racetrack was opened in Cranston, Rhode Island. In 1956, Mickey Mantle hit his 50th home run. In 1962, yeah, that's when I born. Don't tell nobody. Charles Finley was denied athletics to Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas. In 1965, Mickey Mantle played his 2000th game. In 1972, Art Williams became the first black umpire in the National League history. In 1993, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks played the Pittsburgh Penguins in their first NHL preseason game. And in 1997, Steve Belarus and Nick Faldo were selected to the World Golf Hall of Fame. Oh, today's sports code. This is a long one. I think I've always had the shots, but in the past, I've suffered too many mental lapses. Now I'm starting to get away from that, and my mental discipline and commitment to the game are much better. I think I'm really taking a good look at the big picture. That's the difference between being around for the finals and watching the finals from my sofa at home. Andre Agassi. And you know something? I thought that would have been something he would say. Because he was a great, great tennis player, and he didn't really develop until his late years in tennis. So that's great to see. So everybody good? Oh man, this has been a long day. He had to get right into the home courts. He was going on in Bahama land. Sports-wise or local-wise, you know, we usually have today, well, tomorrow we're not going to have the flag football people because they're going to be doing something else, I think, they tell me. So I won't have them tomorrow, but I'll be there tomorrow and we'll talk some other things. We'll get deep into the sports world. We get whatever's going on. But I'm trying, I'm stalling here with you guys. You're trying to pull up this thing so we can talk about this, right? So just bear with me a second. We get into the sports section right now. On The Guardian, in The Guardian, front page of The Guardian, sports section. And because I'm trying to get it won't open up for me, right? But just bear with me, people. Just bear with me. I don't know much sports going on tonight because of this weather. So whatever outdoor sports going on tonight could be possibly clearing up. But from what I understand, it's going to rain all night tonight. So, that kind of rain, that'll be rather good for. All right, let's get into the local scene. Where we at? I'm with you, people. I'm with you. Mr. Producer, don't be mad at me today, man. I know you can text me now and tell me, talk faster, get something to say. Do get there. We'll get there in a half a second. In the meantime, who's in and who's out? I see the Dolphins have signed another second round pick. So we'll talk about that a little bit as we get into it. The new Champions League has been formed. The new Champions League series has started. I see Man U had a big win yesterday. Also, they talked about Tua being on the injured reserve. And where we at? Okay, sports recognizes top 40 under 40. Jeter's Celebrity Golf Tournament returns to the Bahamas. And that's basically in sports. So we know Derek Jeter has a huge golf tournament that's going to come. And we also saw the announcement that the Bahama games or the Bahama football game is going to come back in January. So I'm excited about that. Things are good. My Dodgers lost last night, so I ain't too happy about that. And I think San Diego won. We'll take a quick look at what happened yesterday, who's in and who's out in sports, and who's in and out in baseball, I should say. Because my Dodgers were out yesterday. I don't understand. You're playing the worst team in baseball, the Miami Marlins, and you can let them put 11 runs on you? How that's supposed to work? How is that supposed to work? You score 9, but you give up 11. The Giants beat the Orioles yesterday. The Guardians lost. The Braves lost. The Red Sox lost. the Mets won. The Phillies beat the Brewers. The good thing about Colorado beat the Diamondbacks last night, and Houston did beat the Padres last night. Yankees won 11-2. So the Dodgers didn't lose any ground yesterday. I see the Minnesota Lynx beat the Connecticut Sun. I see the Liberty beat the Mystics. My girls, Chicago Sky got beat pretty bad last night. I see the Seattle Storm lost to the Las Vegas Aces. I did pick that one. And I see the Sparks barely lost to the Mercury yesterday. So yesterday is exciting. We know that the WNBA is winding down now, so playoffs time start. There's a couple of games left. The Sky still got a chance to make the playoffs, but I doubt they will without Angel Reese. And Godorso was out, so we have to see what's going to happen there and how well they're going to do over the next couple of days. Baseball only got about 10, 11 more games left. So that's winding down and getting exciting, getting hot. Teams that are fighting to get into the playoffs. Teams are fighting for the best record in baseball. Let's take a quick look at what's going on in the American League. We get the Yankees. They're starting to pull out from the Orioles now, because I really thought the Orioles would win that division. So Yankees got a 4-game lead on the Orioles. Cleveland has got a 5-game lead on the Royals, and the Astros got a 5-game lead on the Seattle Mariners, on the Seahawks, and moving them around. I see the Phillies got a huge lead over the 8-game lead over the Mets. The Cubs 10 behind the Brewers, and the Dodgers are holding on to a 3.5 game lead over the San Diego Padres. So when you look at the wild card, you got the San Diego, Arizona, and the Mets are now who are the front runners for but San Diego, Arizona, and the Mets are the front runners for the wild card. Of course, you got the Phillies with the best record, the Dodgers a couple of games behind them, and then the Brewers are the next division leaders. And then you got Atlanta, Chicago, and probably the St. Louis still fighting to make it there. All right, then when you look at the American League, the Yankees, Cleveland, and Houston are the division leaders, and then you got the Orioles, the Royals, and the for wild card, and you got Detroit is a game and a half back, Seattle's an 3 back, and then the Red Sox 5 back. So over the next between now and the end of the weekend, we should have a pretty good picture who's in the playoffs. Yeah, because you got the Dodgers got 2 games with the Marlins, and then you got 3 with Colorado. So everybody's going to start separating probably by Sunday. We'll have a pretty good idea who's in the playoffs and which 1 or 2 teams are still fighting to make it to the playoffs. So it's getting to be exciting. Some exciting stuff are happening out there. Of course, we have football tomorrow. I think it's the Jets and the New England Patriots tomorrow. Does that make sense to many people? I don't know. I haven't told myself on the Jets just yet. At the nicest step. Everything happening in this, you're moving around trying to make things happen so you can have those kind of things today. Just bear with us today, people. So yeah, baseball is winding down, only but a few more games left. What would the Dolphins do without Tua? What's going to happen there? Are we going to see, is Skylar Thompson going to do something good for the Dolphins, or be just out of it? Some people think we're out of it. I get some Pittsburgh Steelers fans who've been teasing me and rubbing it in, because I keep telling them they ain't got no quarterback. They say, if they ain't got no quarterback, who the hell do you think y'all got now? So that's I don't know what to say about that. I don't know if you got to tell me what to say about that. Just trying to figure out what's going to happen with my Dolphins. Is the big weekend was the weekend from hell for football. A lot of teams lost. The 49ers lost. Eagles lost. The Cowboys lost. So when you look at all these things, all these teams are losing, we don't know what to see. We don't know how this can be. But I always tell people, the first 2 to 3 weeks of football, don't let that get to you. All right? Don't let that bother you. Anything can happen. Things start out slow. I think a team started out 0-4 and ended up making it to the playoffs. You got teams that didn't win the division, but ended up wild card and made it all the way through. So football is too early to start picking teams. When you listen to these ESPN and other fellas, they don't start talking about who might be in the Super Bowl, but who may not be in the Super Bowl. And anything can happen. Anything can happen. Any single thing can happen, and you just got to bear with it like that. We have an interesting Final 12 today. When we get so many Dolphins fans in here, so many people worried about what's going on with the Dolphins. So there's an interesting story about who the Dolphins sign and the future of the Dolphins without Tua and how they're going. Because even though Tua was out for 4 weeks, he's really out for 5 because there's a bye in the middle of that. And we don't know if he's going to come back, period. We really don't know if he's going to come back, period. So we just got to hope, wonder, and see what happens there. Just the year as usual. Yeah, I can say it. I'm going to say this year we go to the Super Bowl. I don't see it happening this year without Tua, unless they make a big move. I'm going to bite my tongue and say I don't have a problem with bringing Ryan Tannehill in. I don't have a problem with that. He has some experience. He has some playoff experience. And it's not going to be hard for him to do it with Waddle and Tyreek Hill there and Jono Smith and Echan and the rest of them. So you'll see. A lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans getting very excited about this first 2-0 season. They're starting out 2 wins. Haven't really beaten anybody. But the scary part about the NFL is how you finished the year before is the record you played this year. So if you finish third, you play a third. You play a couple of teams that finished third last year, fourth last year. So if you were a couple of injuries away from being a pretty good team last year and you finished in a lower rank and you get those players back and you're pretty healthy, that could be at your advantage to play a last place record or a fourth place record or a third place record. So what might be the benefit for Pittsburgh is where they finished last year. So now they're playing teams to finish in that level. And Pittsburgh is not that bad a team. They may have improved. They may improve over the season. But I will tell you this. This is Pearlie's prediction. The Pittsburgh Steelers will not make the playoffs this year. And some people don't want to hear that. The Dallas have that division this year. And I not even want to hear that. The Miami Dolphins will not win their division this year. A lot of Dolphin fans don't want to hear that. Might be the Jets. Might be the Eagles, even though the Eagles lost. I mean, they got, I think Baltimore playing Dallas this weekend, which is going to be something interesting to look at. 2 1-1 teams. But Baltimore's 0-2, and Dallas is 1-1. So will Baltimore be 1-2 at the end of the season? Will Baltimore get their act together, or we that Baltimore is not the team they should think they are, and Dallas jump all over them? Tell me that time. See what happens, see how well we grow as a team, see if these teams are going to be better teams, or if this is an indication what we expect in this NFL season. I have a strong feeling that the NFL season is going to be real wacky, real weird, and I have a strong feeling outside of Kansas City, who's a pretty solid team, and if they stay healthy, they're going to be pretty hard to beat. Outside of Kansas City, maybe 49ers. I don't see many other teams. I don't know. I can't predict what's going to happen in most of these divisions. I like what Houston is doing. I like what New Orleans is doing. Are they for real? Are the New Orleans Saints for real? You talk to some Saint fans. They seem to think that the Saints are for real. They seem to think that the Saints will be doing some different things this year. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you think that we got a team that we can reckon with or not. Let me know if the Saints is going to be that division winner. Let me know if the Saints is just a fluke and had a couple of wins. Are they going to proceed and be the team that some of us are now looking and thinking they were? I actually thought they had a pretty decent team last year. They were Yep. Kamara will be starting for me in the fantasy league. And I think Noddy and I will talk a little more about fantasy on Friday. Give you some points and the Clint and give you some points on who you should pick, who you should go with. But Mr. Producer, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we're going to talk some more sports and we can get right into what we're doing. This is Pearlie. It's Talking Head Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Hey, I'll be right back.
But I hear some people were, you never shine tall. These rows of flames are
Living with a neurological condition shouldn't define you. At Cleveland Clinic in Florida, we do whatever it takes to make life better today while discovering new treatments for a brighter tomorrow. From epilepsy management to specialized spine care and brain tumor surgery, we're delivering world-class neurology care. For the day-to-day, for the days you live for every care in the world. Visit clevelandclinicflorida.org.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Why can't treat day be every day? Get the new KFC Value Box for only $9.95, packed with one piece of your favorite fried chicken, cheesy mashed potatoes, 3 100% real white meat nuggets, a buttery biscuit, a delicious dessert biscuit, and an ice-cold 16-ounce soda. Name a crunchier deal. You can't. Order your new favorite deal online with Messenger or WhatsApp Hi to 557-3663 to start your KFC order today. KFC knows value, and it's finger-licking good.
Nassau, get ready for a night you simply won't want to miss. For the first time in over 40 years, experience an evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport on Saturday, October 5th. Tickets are on sale now. Go to ticketboxevents.com or go to the Nassau Cruiseport box office, located in the Junkanoo Museum. Joining Eddie on stage, Fran Sean, Gino D, Ira Stoll, and the Higher Level Band. An evening with Eddie Menace live at the Amphitheater, Nassau Cruiseport, Saturday, October 5th. Get your tickets now.
The Grand Bahama News is available every Tuesday in the Nassau Guardian. You can buy your local paper at Freeport convenience stores, Western Bakery, De Gregory's Fine Foods, and Bellevue Gifts. Now is the time to reach your Grand Bahama Market with affordable packages, including print and digital. Call GB News sales representative Kavandre at 822-6717 or message him on WhatsApp for ad rates. Classified ads are now available every Tuesday as well. Keep up with every Nassau Guardian.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
These roads of flames are catching a fire. Tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long. And I'm hoping that you sing my song. I've been on this road for way too long. I've been hoping that we all get along. Catching a fire. Showed you I loved you, you called me a liar. Give God the thanks and praises. I've been on my own, but we ain't never left alone. And if I'm telling you the feeling is wrong, relax a little, friend.
And we're back. Talking Heads Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. Boy, technology is something, boy. All of a sudden I hear talking, and next I look, Zoom call, drop this, I off, everything off. I almost fall out this now. But we're back. Thank you, Mr. Producer. You're the best. Chris, you're the best. So, talk football. I don't know what to make of the season already. I just don't know what to make of the season. I don't know if this is an indication of where we're going to go. It's just going to be a wild weekend, a wild season, not a wild week, but wild weekends every weekend, I guess. Or is it just going to, these first 2 weeks is fellas getting their feet wet? Is this an indication that we're playing too many regular season games and not getting in any preseason games? Because people look pretty rusty, or people looking pretty, what we going to call it? Not in sync, because that's an indication that I'm getting when you look at what's going on with these teams. Because I didn't expect Philadelphia to do what happened to them against Atlanta, even though I expect Atlanta to be a much better team. I didn't expect Philly. Really expected Philly to half kill them. I didn't look for the 49ers to lose. I sure didn't look for my Dolphins to lose to Buffalo. Looked like Buffalo owned the Dolphins. I kind of was being disgusting with Naughty when I said the Cowboys will lose to the Saints. But I was pretty impressed with the Saints did the first week, and I don't know if that was a fluke or operation or what we're going to see happen over the season. And I really think the Saints are a lot better than we think they are. I really think that the Saints are going to win that division. I'm not saying they're going to go to the Super Bowl, but they got a pretty good team. But the problem that they're going to have is, can Kamara stay healthy? He gives you a really good first 8 to 10 games, and then your problems after that. I remember a couple of years ago, he was doing great for me in fantasy, and then I lost it. So hopefully he'll stay healthy. But it's not always the best team that wins. I think it's the team that stays the healthiest. I don't know if for the last couple of years to stay healthy, can they do that for a third year in a row? That's hard. But, I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen. I just think it's very hard to do. So I'm going to keep watching that. I know, a lot of people and listening to a lot of the Dolphin podcasts, they have no faith in Skylar Thompson. I mean, he got a good last name, but they have no faith in him. They don't know if he's gonna carry this team. And I just hope he lights it up on Sunday. I just hope and go to Seattle, he lights it up, and just even though Seattle is famous for the 12th man, just go there and light it up. Just go there and play good football. If not, you're going to see an indication that Huntley could possibly start next week. So let's wait and see what goes on there. Is the Jets as good a team as you think they are? Are they a good a team as you think they are? I don't know. I really can't say. I don't like Aaron Rodgers, so maybe it's my personal not liking him not pulling for him as the quarterback, thinking that they're not going to do well. Because when you listen to any sports pundit out there, Yahoo Sports, NBC Sports, ESPN, CBS Sports, they really think that the Jets could win that division and think that Aaron Rodgers is going to lead them to the division title. At 40 years old, coming off a serious injury, I don't know. All right, he didn't look too mobile this week. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. They should beat the Patriots, but if they lose to the Patriots, then we know nothing for them. We know that for sure. 49ers, oh boy, this is interesting stuff. This is real interesting stuff. A lot of people have been asking me, what do I think about who will be there, will the Dodgers, and with the injuries the Dodgers got, Jeff always teases me about that because we got a lot of injuries. I lost Glasnow for the season now. All right. But, before we do that, let's get to the caller. Call you on there. How you doing?
Pearly, I don't want you to think that I'm like your Beetlejuice. When you say Kansas City twice, I call it.
I had to bait you. I had to bait you. I had to bait you a little bit.
I was already dialing when you were saying it.
Okay.
So, but some interesting things. I'll tell you that. As long as Mahomes is healthy, we good. If Mahomes ain't healthy, everybody else can play and don't make it. Okay?
Yeah, I agree with you. That's the question I'm asking. Do you think they could? You've been fortunate and been pretty healthy for the last couple of years. I mean, everybody has them knick-knack injuries, but you guys have been real healthy the last 2 seasons. Can that go 3 in a row?
Yeah, I mean, he was banged up. Remember 2 years ago, he had the ankle, but he was banged up, but he wasn't hurt.
Right.
But when he was really hurt with that toe, that really helped. Really, that was the Super Bowl against Brady and the Bucs, and they had a really superior defensive line, and our offensive line was trash. But I will say this to you, okay? The Saints are going to win that division, all right? And they're going to feast on that division. Their record's going to look really good because you can't trust
first
Derek
round,
Carr.
First round lose or second round?
Yes, it does. You can't trust Derek Carr, and Kamara always wears down as the season goes. So Kamara and Tyler Murray are the same two type of players at different positions. Tyler Murray always opens the year booming.
Yeah.
And the problem is, then he gets hit, and he gets hurt, and he tries to play through the injury, and then he starts to falter. And so by the time he actually gets really injured, he can't play no more. Everyone says, "Oh, your season sucks." But the problem was, he was hurt. He played 4 or 5 games right. He's just too small to take them kind of hits. He really is. All right? And so those are the things you have to look at. So the Saints are going to come back down to earth a little bit. Don't worry about the Falcons. I'll be at the game on Sunday. We don't show exactly. We can expose the Falcons to who they are on Sunday.
Okay.
But I mean, Buffalo's the best team in that East, and Buffalo's the team that really is going to challenge us as a quarterback who can take the whole team on his shoulders if he needs. And you ain't beating Mahomes with a basic quarterback. You're not beating.
No, you're not.
You're not getting to the Super Bowl with a basic quarterback. You see what Mahomes did to Purdy and to Jalen Hurts. Two guys who are good but ain't great. If you get him a 10-point lead and then run him down and take him out. He couldn't do it against Brady though, because Brady's the GOAT. And I'm a KC fan that doesn't do that. Okay?
Yeah.
So
you're right.
So Derek Carr, that's the same reason why Wallace was falter. Because Derek Carr can turn into Derek Carr. That's what he does.
But let me ask you this: who in the NFC? I mean, if I look at the NFC this year, I'm not impressed so much with the NFC at all. I don't see a team in the NFC that like Kansas City that stands right out there. You know, Kansas City is the team of the AFC.
You know why? Because there's no team in the NFC with a truly great quarterback. You have some teams in the NFC who paying their quarterbacks great money, like Naughty's Cowboys. Okay? I mean, let's be honest. Doc is the best quarterback in the NFC. And Doc can't win you a championship. The best quarterbacks in the AFC. All right?
Yeah,
This is one of the
you
reasons
already
why
think
when
about
Brady,
it.
When Brady came back, Brady went to the NFC. Even though AFC teams wanted him to come there. Because he realized he had to run a gauntlet in the AFC. And the NFC was wide open. And so the problem is, because you don't have any great quarterbacks that can lead you in the NFC, then you have to look at the rest of the team overall. And then McCaffrey is healthy, and those receivers are healthy, and that San Fran defense is playing. They're gonna come out. You're gonna see a rematch again, KC, San Fran, but the same result. They probably can go ahead. We can run them down, and we can beat them by about 7 or 10. That's what it is.
And if Debo is out and if McCaffrey's out, they're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to go anywhere at all.
No. But see, this is another thing that people don't get to get. If you're going to get injuries, get them early. Okay? You get those injuries early. See, Pacheco, being out for maybe 4 to 6 games, it's probably going to be 6 games, minimum. All right? Even though they get him on IR, that's an automatic 4. It's probably
That's 4,
6 to 7 games, right?
And I think you guys have a bye, maybe in the middle of that 4, do you?
Right, we have a bye in the middle of that. That's why I said 6 to 7, right?
Yeah.
And what's going to happen there is they bring in Kareem Hunt. You got that boy Steele. You got Clyde Edwards, who should be coming off of injured reserve in 2 games, right? You have enough time to fool around with some stuff, right? And still get your real team ready for the final stretch, the final 7 games, right? And that way, the team's ready. If you get injured late, that's a big problem.
I always say it's better to be hurt in September than to be hurt in December.
Of course. But when you look at it, all of this stuff early, Houston can kill that division because they got no other quarterbacks in that division. They have 0 quarterbacks. Anthony Richardson is the second best quarterback in their division.
And he's not enough experience.
Okay? All right? So
give me your assessment, and give me, because you can give me an honest assessment. I may not want to hear it, but give me your assessment on my Dolphins the way you see Tua. I don't think Tua's coming back for the season.
Okay, first of all, Tua wants to come back, but the Dolphins can't afford to let him come back. If the boy dies or gets paralyzed on the field, okay, those are the things. As a team, you go through team trauma. Listen to me, Buffalo was better than what they were last year, but that DeMar Hamlin thing had everybody.
Right.
It did. And you got to help it because you can't help it because every time you go home, your kids look at you, your wife look at you, your girls look at you. You know what I'm saying? Your mother calls, you okay. Those are the things that traumatize you, okay? And so the Dolphins can't afford for him to come back, okay?
And as much as I love him,
position, and I can say this as somebody in the medical field, once you start getting concussions, you become much more prone to suffering from them.
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
And there are a lot of players out there that can attest to that.
Yeah.
And he's already had four that we know of.
I think that Tyler Huntley is garbage. He's talking about the Pro Bowl. He went to the Pro Bowl because everybody else was injured, didn't want to go because the game was in Orlando, not in Hawaii. Okay? So,
you're right.
So what they need to do is go out and try to get a trade for Bryce Young.
But you're the third person that said that. You're the third person that said that, and I've read it in a couple of Miami reports. I've read in a couple of Miami articles that people saying they should try and make a trade for Bryce Young. I personally really think that we should just tank for Shedeur.
No. Listen to me. Shedur's gonna get killed when he comes to the league. Okay?
Think so?
Get killed when he comes to the league. Believe that. Okay? Don't mind that foolishness. Okay?
Or should I say Cam Ward then?
Beck or Sam Hartman should be the best, the two quarterbacks coming out of college. But
not even the kid out of the University of Miami?
No. Ward still got another year to go. Listen to me.
Okay.
Go get Bryce. And I'll tell you why you get Bryce. What made Bryce good at Alabama? He's the best wide receivers in college football.
That's true.
Okay? When you bring him to Miami, what does he have? The best 1-2 wide receivers in football.
Yeah.
Right? He's not great at reading tight ends and all that other stuff, but you know what he's great at? Put the speed on the field and chucking the ball out of the field. That's what you got. That's the feeling you go and get. If you kind of hard her, but these are the things you have to look at when you're bringing people with an injury history, when you're bringing people with questions, and you roll the dice, right? Rather than the proven thing. Sometimes you just got to go with the old proven. All right? The truth of the matter is, if Herbert was in Miami these last couple of years, Miami and Kansas City would be real rivals.
That's true.
The Chargers ain't got nowhere close to what y'all got in terms of offensive talent.
No, we don't. You're right.
Okay.
I have to agree with you.
Bosa and Khalil Mack keeping that team alive. Okay? So that's what they got to do. I mean, and maybe, and guess what? Maybe you talk to San Diego about a trade. You might have to give up the King's ransom for it, but obviously Harbaugh wants somebody else. So
let me see what happens. All right, I got another call on the line.
You all take it easy. I will.
Thanks,
I'll be at the game on Sunday night in Atlanta. So
my son, I think a bunch of y'all going because my son and some friends going for the game as well. So you'll have a good crew up there.
Bill, tell him section 139. I will have the Bayman flag with me.
I'll tell him. Okay, I'll let him know. All right, brother. Take time. Call up. You on the air?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Hey, what's it, Willie?
What is this, kiddo?
Willie.
You
know, this amazes me. All of these chiefs follow us. They know everything about everybody, all of the things.
No, he is not. In all due respect to that caller, he is what we call a football aficionado. We all the same. We looking at the teams. We study other teams. His football is his life. He loves football. He's a huge college football fan. Who's NFL fan? So I gotta give him that.
Now, what I want to say though, he talking about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Daily. Sunday, Monday, me and you can talk about it. They can get Kirk Cousins can destroy them.
You think so?
Tell you something. I watched the nigga play when he was healthy. When
he's healthy, he's a pretty good quarterback when he's healthy.
Pretty good.
Does he have? I don't know if he's healthy enough. Tomorrow, this weekend.
Listen, you watch a game? You watch a game?
Yeah, I watch a game. I watch a game. I watch a game, yeah.
Now, let me show you something then. He ain't get the best wide receiver, Jefferson. He ain't got him. He ain't got him. I know he can play Sunday. But he gets some players them there, some running backs, some wide receivers, tight end. These fellas them, there you see. So the Chiefs them got the hand for it. Oh, and another thing, let me show you something. They're running games. Do you know they get the best offensive line when it comes to running the ball?
They have a pretty good offensive line. I know that. Yes.
Man, you see how they was running through the Eagles?
Well, we'll see what happens. I ain't sold. I'm not 100% sold on them yet. But if they give Kansas City a run this weekend, then I'll be okay.
Okay then. Good. Now another thing what I was saying, you don't come with Tula, but you ain't no Tula coming back. I don't know if you listened to the coach press conference.
Yes, I do. I know. I heard what the coach had to say. I know what he had to say.
Listen to me. Tula get 4 games to sit out. The rest.
Yes.
Tula coming back. Game 5. After the 4 games, Tula coming back to play.
He won't come back until week 8, which is game 7.
Huh?
He won't come back until week 8 in the middle of that.
Right, they get a bye. You're right, yeah. And he's coming back to play. See, because let me show you something. When you have a player, what have a heart and a love for the game, you can't keep them off the field.
Yeah, but one thing, and see, I understand that while I love the game and I want to see it, is your health that makes it matter. And I'd hate for him to take a hit on that field, and we got to dictate, and he dead.
Like the coach say, the medical team can assess and say, if Tula won't play, you can't stop him. And
well, he's going to see a neurologist over the next. He's going to see a couple of neurologists over the next week or 2, and they'll make a decision. He's going to see a neurologist over the next week or 2, and they'll make a decision on what his futures go.
That can be done tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
He was talking about it today.
All right, bro. I got to run. I got to get to the picks and get to the break. All right, let's get to the picks right away, and then we get to the break. Maybe after the break, we got a nice Dolphin story on Dolphins have picked up and the future of Tua. So we can do baseball today. Okay? So let's take a quick look at the picks. You got the Baltimore Orioles hosting the San Francisco Giants. I'll take the Orioles over the Giants today. You got the Guardians hosting the Twins. I'm going to take the Guardians. You got the Padres hosting the Astros. The Astros took one from them yesterday. The Astros playing good baseball. I'm going to go with the Astros today. You got the Braves at Cincinnati. I like the Braves. You've got the Boston Red Sox at the Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, boy, I don't know who to go with that one. You know what? Boston. You got the Mets hosting the Nationals. The Mets in the wild card. They holding on. I like the Mets tonight. The Royals, Detroit. The Royals also in the wild card. But even though Detroit is a favorite tonight, I like the Royals tonight. We got the Phillies at Milwaukee. I like Milwaukee tonight. We got the Pirates at St. Louis. I like Sonny Gray pitching for St. Louis. I like St. Louis tonight. You got 2 days. I'm going to go with the Rangers tonight. The Yankees hosting, the Mariners hosting the Yankees. Cortez pitching for Miller pitching for Seattle. I'm going to go with Seattle tonight. And the final game at 6:40 today. I'm trying to hurry up, get home for that right now. The Dodgers at the Marlins. The Marlins can need some of them runs they scored last night. They're going to really need some of them runs scored last night. I like the Dodgers tonight big, to make up big for that tonight. But there you have it, guys. Thank you. It's been a short show. Thank you for calling, listening. Thank you for being patient with me. We're going to get to the break. When we get back from the break, we got Dolphin Nation, Dolphin today. We're going to talk about the Dolphins, talk a little bit about who they're signing and what we can see with the signing. This has been Pearly, Talking Heads Wednesday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. You'll see you tomorrow, and I'll be in at 4. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Drive safe and watch the wet roads, everybody.
Oh, no. Baby, tell me where you gone. I've been feeling for your love so long. We can praise God in the moonlight. Baby, if you with me, better do right. And I've been gone too long.
John Shoes and Accessories is your one-stop shop for all your footwear needs. You will find what you're looking for among the growing collection of classic and trendy styles with new arrivals every week. John's covers the whole family and has great prices, helpful and friendly customer service. Your experience shopping with us will be time well spent. Shop with us online at www.johnshoes.com. John's also now carries small home appliances. So come on into John's, located on Rosetta Street in Palmdale and Carmichael Road West. John's, we put fashion at your feet.
Hey, you know what's going down tomorrow?
Nobody, what happening?
Joe bring any knife to school, he could do Junior in.
For what?
But he fooled with Joe girl.
Mother sick. And you
Whose side you want?
side? I trying to stay in school, not Simpson Pen. We gotta tell somebody about this fight.
Tell somebody. I ain't no snitch. I mean cool, you know.
Wait, if you so cool, then you need to stay in school and stay out of the fight.
Yeah, but if I don't hang on Joe's side, how many boys coming for me next?
All right, so we definitely gotta tell somebody. We gotta prevent the fight.
What I say, I don't want nobody call me snitch.
We could just call Crime Stoppers. You could report what you know, and nobody gotta know it's you.
So what are boy?
All you gotta do is call them, or you text them through the Crack Crime Bahamas app, and nobody can know it's you.
Then the police come looking for me for more info, and when they finish with them, Joe them coming looking for me?
When you call Crime Stoppers, the call go directly to Miami, and they don't ask nothing about you. Then you can get the pen from them, and they can claim a reward later using that same pen. Plus, everything's scrambled, so nobody can read what you saying.
Call 328-8477 from Nassau or 242-300-8477 from the Family Islands.
Naughty Johnny's restaurant can only be described as the experience you want to recreate again and again and again. Their motto is simple food done well. You're welcome into their home at Naughty Johnny's, where you can dine on crack conch fritters, and other Bahamian favorites. There's also an international flair that's guaranteed to offer something for everyone. Enjoy a good meal and listen to a live band on their patio Friday and Saturday nights, or brunch on Saturday and Sunday. Only at Naughty Johnny's restaurant in the Old Town Plaza, Old Fort. They're open 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Saturday, and 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Sunday. Naughty Johnny's. Well worth the trip.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Are you tired of the same old 5K runs? Want something more? Then get ready for the Chick Charney Challenge City Run on September 28th, starting at Crypto Wild. Test your strength, stamina, and spirit. It takes all of you to dodge, climb, conquer obstacles as you race through the heart of the city. Lace up and get to the Chick Charney Challenge City Run. Register now on our website, chickcharneychurn.com, or on our social media pages. Brought to you by Colina, Island Yogurt, Advantage Insurance, Art of Graphics, Crypto Wild, and Guardian Radio 96.9.
You're listening to Talking Heads with Naughty, hosted by Earl the Pearl. On Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM.
They say the sun and I shine for all, but I am some people world.
And let me tell you this. Not about Wednesdays, about what we do on Wednesdays. My power rankings, I got 3 new teams on it, and only 1 spot stayed the same from last week.
Yeah, that's what the early weeks are for.
3 new teams on it.
Shake it up.
3 teams fell off. Everybody else moved around, and only 1 stayed the same.
So 3 new, 3 dropped out then?
3 new, 3 out.
Okay.
And 6 moved around.
Okay.
Hit it. Rankings.
There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Power Rankings.
Post week 2, prior to week 3. Power Rankings.
Let's go.
New to the list. Starting off. New to the list. They're 2-0. And their quarterback is 1 game shy of matching his MVP start of his Carolina days. Sam Darnold and the Minnesota Vikings are number 10 on the list. Skull indeed. Now, this could be short-lived because they got the Texans coming into their house. But if they take out the Texans...
Now we're talking.
Now we are talking. And Chris Brockman lighting up the 49ers world and the radio lines of KNBO. The spirit of the North State in San Francisco, thrown out there in Overreaction Monday that the Niners held on to the wrong quarterback. Because Sam Darnold beat Brock Purdy. That's what Overreaction Monday is all about.
Hey, Rich, just let's be accurate. Let the wrong quarterback walk to Minnesota.
I understand. It's not like they would have, Brock Purdy was free to walk, but that's it.
Right, of course.
They're number 10 on my list. I like it. Number 9, down 4 spots. I was so high on him. And then they did what they did. TJ, your Cowboys are number 9 on the list.
I got to be honest. I had no idea you were going to keep them in your top 10.
Listen,
I expect you to
come
kick them
on,
out.
man.
They look really bad.
Come on, man.
I was like completely zoning out. I'm like, Cowboys are out. I'm just
We
waiting
had
for it.
Joe Burrow saying one week wasn't good and another week wasn't good enough. Right? They had one great-looking week and one terrible-looking week.
All right.
Which is kind of almost like one week was bad, and another week wasn't good enough. Like, I don't know if you add them up, like which one's higher in terms of production.
You're doing the Goodfellas way. One dog's looking this way, one dog's
That's
looking
right.
that way.
One game went one way, one game went the other way, and the power rankings are saying, what do you want from me?
We're on to Baltimore, basically.
Yeah, well, good luck. And that said, the Ravens are off the list. Ravens are off the list. I couldn't in good counsel put an 0-2 team on my power rankings list.
Not.
Number 8, down 4 spots. Detroit Lions. They're number 8 on this list. And you could
haven't looked great 2 weeks in a row.
I know that, but they did come up with a win.
True.
And the way they won that game against the Rams, where they just jammed David Montgomery down the Aaron Donald-less throats of that Rams front seven. And last week, they made that mistake of not getting a field goal attempt out of being inside the 10-yard line with no time left in the first half. It's just crazy. But I'm just going to chalk it up to they still have some really excellent players. And roster-wise, top to bottom, and an ability to be a top 8 team in the National Football League. I mean, we're talking about a divisional playoff team if you're top 8. So they're 8. 7, down 4 spots. Noticing a theme? If you're at the top of my power rankings last week, you're still on it, you're dropping 4 spots.
Okay.
Which means 4 teams are moving up, right?
I'm not good at math, man.
Philadelphia Eagles. Putting them here. They'd have been a top 5 team if they had or if Saquon, bless him, had caught that football.
Yeah.
Listen, man, Jalen Hurts played on Monday night like the guy who took the team to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. Looks healthy, looks fast, looks all kinds of hurtsy. That last throw hurt, but
he ran the ball great.
He sure did.
That was what I wanted to see.
Correct. Yeah. And even with Jason Kelsey gone there, that's still an unstoppable push play.
Yeah, brotherly shove worked well.
Number 6, down 4 spots. Cowboys down 4 spots. Lions down 4 spots. Eagles down 4 spots. And the 49ers are down 4 spots. I'm putting them here at 6. Man, I'm wondering what they do. Jordan Mason, is he going to carry the ball 40 times?
He might.
Because Debo is the way that they perform well without McCaffrey against the Jets, and then he gets hurt in the Vikings game, and now he's gone for what appears to be a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So, and again, Steve Young's comments on Purdy and what he can do to overcome the loss of the run game with McCaffrey and Debo on What the Football with Susie and Amy. We might play that soundbite later on anyway. It's really a great conversation for you to listen to. Top 5 on my power rankings. Here we go. New to the list. Kind of embarrassed they're new to the list, but again, I needed to see it before I put them on it.
Debuts at 5.
Debuts at 5. Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, now we're talking.
Or top 5. Josh Allen, James Cook. Again, gave me flashbacks to the Orange Bowl a couple of years ago. I didn't like it.
It should probably be a little higher.
All right, well, you tell me. Once you hear my top 4.
I'm guessing it's all 2-0 teams.
You'd be correct.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Number 4 on the list.
Yeah, but
up 5 spots. Up 5 spots. And this may be why they're above the Bills. Because they're quarterbacked by my boy. Beautiful boy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, great win.
Could wind up being the story. Like right now, they're on the launching pad.
Great win.
With him as a story of the year. MVP candidate, Baker Mayfield. Super Bowl possibility, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
It's early.
I know it is. That's what this is all about.
It's early.
That's why I called it a launching pad, Chris. It hasn't yet taken off. They're on the launching pad. Listen to me when I'm painting word pictures.
Hold on, I'm looking up odds.
I'm framing metaphors. Everybody. By the way, that is a that was a great Alanis Morissette album.
By the way,
Framing Metaphors.
No
Does that
love for
sound like
Baker
it?
Mayfield.
Is that a new Billie Eilish album?
That went gold.
In the MVP odds, man. No love for Baker Mayfield.
What's the matter with
He's
these people?
12th best odds.
You know what? You were like, wow, new to the list. Bills, new to the list at 5, right? New to the list at 3. The New Orleans Saints are 3.
Should be 1.
No, okay. Should be 1. They essentially, you could chalk this up to the Saints. That the Bryce Young we saw look the way he looked against the Chargers. He came out of the box this year against the Saints, who might have put him into that tailspin right from jump. And in terms of beating a team in your division, you not only beat a team in your division, but you send them into a fetal position crying for their football moms. And a week later, the quarterback, that's their number 1 overall pick, is benched, and you might have started that tailspin. That's the way you win a division. You don't just beat up your division opponents. You send them into the football hospital. And right there in Carolina now. So the Saints are hard 2-0, but I need to see it a more, like, let's see. They do it against Philadelphia. Guess what? They'll be higher than 3, I assume. Possibly. Because let's see what up 6 spots, the number 2 team on the list, Houston Texans. They look like the AFC version of the Niners, don't they? Don't they?
Yeah, yes.
Right?
Loaded at every position.
Right. And both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
And obviously DeMeco Ryans came from the Niners staff. They look like an AFC version of the San Francisco 49ers right now, with C.J. Stroud being a step up from Brock Purdy. And it's an argument of how many steps up, because it's multiple steps up. That guy is simply superb. You know? 19 starts into his career. He's nowhere near Bryce Young. They're not even in the same galaxy.
Nah.
Oh, my gosh. Number 1 of the Chiefs. No change. The Chiefs stay like a before. Like the rent.
I don't know, man. Georgia won over the weekend by a point and dropped in the college rankings, and that's exactly what the Chiefs did, and yet they're still 1 for you. I don't know about that.
The Ravens, Dolphins, and Rams are off. They're the 2-time defending champs who are undefeated, and you know what? I don't see any style points up on the screen. They beat both.
Yeah, but style points are a real thing.
I know, and sometimes it does matter for power rankings, but these are mine, not yours.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
There are many others like it, but this one is mine.
Of course.
The 2-0 team's not on the list.
Yeah, you're missing it.
The Steelers, Chargers, and Seahawks.
I thought for sure, I would have bet my life the Chargers would have been on
Dude,
this
I got to see more. I'm sorry. I really do. I need it. If you're saying the Raiders, they're 1-1, and we'll see how from Jim's previous world, whether quality wins hold up as such. That's a very college football term. Way of viewing things. I need to see. Let's see what happens when Justin Herbert has to win the game for him. Those days will happen.
They have the second best point differential in the NFL right now.
Well, I know that. It helps to beat a team 26-3. And how many points are they behind the Saints in that department?
Saints
50?
Saints are plus 62.
So then how many are they?
That's 27. They're
Okay.
plus 35.
All right. Listen, it's been very impressive, but it's not personal bias either. Doesn't come into play here. I call it.
Oh,
as I
no,
see
the
it.
Chiefs being number 1 is not personal bias.
Yeah, no,
it's not.
I get it.
What are you talking about? It's not. What's my personal bias?
You don't want to hear text from your friends.
I'm happy to tell Stone Street that I disagree with him. Eric, I disagree with you sometimes, just not here. I'm sorry. What do you think? I'm afraid to get a text and angry text?
I do.
I've gotten them multiple times.
I do. Well, you haven't picked against him in the last couple of years since you got bombarded on the Raider pick.
Speaking of angry texts that I get, I kept the Steelers off the list.
Well,
I don't want to get one of those again either.
Yeah, I mean, who would you rather be more scared of getting an angry text for, Stone Street or Manganello?
Yeah, the great point.
That's not Manganello we're talking about.
Oh.
I mean, angry text. Talking about somebody who has a very